Hey guys, video number 2 of the day. This one's going to be extended. It's going to be an over-the-shoulder walkthrough of playing with Audrey in the Carry Queen of Hearts game on Wednesday morning, December 29th. This is one of my favorite times of the year, kind of this week that Audrey takes off after Christmas and before the New Year starts up. And a lot of times we have some time to play bridge together in the mornings, which I really enjoy. And it's a good fertile ground for making a video today about playing with a strong partner and what you kind of think about. And we'll be playing upside down carding, 2/1, and a precision system where one diamond is kind of our catch-all opening bid. One club is what we bid on all hands, well, most hands that are 16 plus, and I'll walk you through what we're thinking. We also use Rusno honor leads at trick 1, third and fifth best leads, second and fourth against no trump. I'll walk you through all the stuff that we're doing as we're doing it. So here, left-hand opponent has opened a spade, and they have a 2/1 auction, and we kind of just, we know we're not going to be into this auction. Probably not going to be on lead, but it's never too early to start thinking about, what you expect partner to lead or what you would lead if you were on lead. So a spade, 2 diamonds, 5 diamonds. All right. So the opponents have definitely said they want to play diamonds instead of 3 now. What does this mean for my opening read? Well, I'm pretty tempted to lay down the ace of clubs, actually, on an auction like this. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And dummy has the singleton club. All right. So, don't think there's anything to this hand. There's not anything I need to do at trick 2 as far as I can tell. My partner plays the 5 when there's a singleton and dummy and there's a trump contract. Probably there's a suit preference implication to the card she plays. So she's played the smallest club. And again, the idea with I'm going to play a heart here. I'll talk about why. First of all, it's just what I would play normally, but if we buy that club that she played has any sort of suit preference, it's the lowest club for the lower of the side suits. And we always assign more credibility to suit preference situations, like the more cards the partner has. So what I mean by that is, if she plays the 5 of clubs, the lowest club in the deck, and she had 5 choices of size of club she could have played, that is a lot louder message than if she has 2 clubs and plays one. Like, obviously she's got it, your words mean more when it's a 2-word vocabulary than when it's a 5-word vocabulary. Here we'll go ahead and give our upside down count. It's a high spade card to indicate that we have an odd number. Probably nothing matters here signal wise. We're just kind of waiting to see how many tricks declare takes. Declare 2/1 in diamonds. That would always, well, it wouldn't always, but it's usually 5 diamonds. Plus she quit drawing trump, so probably has 5 diamonds. We've seen her show up with 3 hearts here, 1 club and 1 spade. So we've got 10 of her 13 cards at this point. Probably going to rough this, I would guess. So we know she had 5 diamonds and 1 spade. There's her second club. And her third club. And no matter what she's got, she can rough the rest, right? I assume my partner doesn't have a trump trick. I guess it's possible that she's still got the big trump and the trumps were 4/4 the whole time. I'm thinking about how this is going to score. No trump would have 5 diamond tricks and the ace of spades, some clubs and some hearts. So I can't imagine that 5 diamonds making 6 here, assuming that she's got all the trumps left, is a bad score for us because it's not going to beat 3 no trump. And I'm playing on the what is this called, Mozilla browser today. I'll show you after we get through with this result. It will immediately bring up what the double dummy is, which is really cool. I'm gonna shift my head here, and let's play the estimation game today. I'll pull that up in a different. I'll show you this in between rounds. It's off the screen right now. Yeah, Audrey's conceded, so she doesn't have a trump left. And we're going to be minus 420 on this, which I'm going to estimate is an average plus. So we'll give ourselves 75% for that. Here's the spreadsheet I'm talking about. Let's clear this out. This is old data here. So we're going to write down our estimates in this column, and then we'll go back after we see the results and put that in the actual column. And I'll show you some neat stuff with that, I guess. But let's go on to board 2. I am going to pause this video until they accept the claim. Okay, so they accepted the claim, and the cool thing I wanted to show you was this little box down here where it shows you how many tricks declare can take in each strain. So the pertinent number here is that they can take 11 tricks in no trump, which means probably, you know, that our 420 is going to be an average plus score. The only thing that we can realistically lose to is we can tie the people who also defended 5 diamonds, let it make 6. There's nothing to the play. Okay, back at the ranch. Partners open a spade. It goes take out double on our right. We are white against red. We have 10 trumps. We just bid 4 spades here. And whatever they want to do, I'm fine with. So they do go ahead and bid 5 hearts. And partner bids 5 spades. It's a little bit surprising, but I'm happy to hear it. Okay, that goes double. So now, hopefully, they were making 5 hearts. Whenever you take a sacrifice, and by the way, who knows? Maybe partner's bidding 5 spades, completely intending to make it here. Whenever you take a sacrifice, though, remember that there are, it's what's called a parlay in betting. There's 2 things that you're betting on, sort of 3, but let's focus on 2. You're betting that they can't make their contract, obviously, right? Because you wouldn't sacrifice if you thought you were getting a plus score against their contract. And also, you're betting that your sacrifice isn't going to be more expensive than the value of their game. So if we think about what they're going to do in hearts, we have the ace king of clubs and the ace of diamonds, assuming that all those live. So 5 hearts doesn't look to me like it was making unless there is a singleton club out there somewhere. And even if there's a singleton club, like if partner leads their singleton diamond and we can get her a heart rough, we would have been beating 5 hearts. So it looks like the trumps are 1-1 for the opponents. And now we need the rest of the tricks, which means that the king of diamonds is going to have to be onside. So 5 hearts was going down, and whether 5 spades makes or not is all dependent on the king of diamonds location. So we're kind of flipping a coin here for a top or a bottom. And partner should realize, like, if the queen of diamonds lose, like, there's no concept of playing for down 1 here. If the queen of diamonds loses and she goes down an extra trick, that won't be any more expensive than going down 1. So it's cross your fingers time. She could play to rough out the king of diamonds if she thinks that North has king doubleton or king singleton or king third. Like, she could go up ace of diamonds, rough a diamond, spade of the board, rough a diamond, and hope that the jack ends up as master when North had like king third of diamonds. So I guess I should mention that as a possibility. I think here that it's probably more likely just that you want to take the finesse, but and it's going to be down 2 for a 0. So that's too bad. 5 hearts definitely going down, and then we pay out 300 and 5 spades doubled. And I can't see us getting any match points from this. There's nothing that we can realistically beat. Pairs are never going to sell out to 4 hearts with our hands. I'm not even sure they can make 4 hearts. We'll ask the little diagram here in just a second. So we're going to estimate 0. These appear to be 3 board rounds. Yeah, we can make 4 spades. They can only make 3 hearts, and you'll see that the par score here is east-west bidding 4 spades, making it north-south can't profitably sacrifice in 5 hearts because we could double that and beat it 2. And since they're vulnerable, we would get 500 against that. We've talked about par concept before, but it's kind of a neat concept to think about. It's just the equilibrium. So when I say that on board 2, the par score was east-west and 4 spades, what that means is neither side can do any better. North-south can't do any better by bidding 5 hearts because we could double that and get 500 instead of 420. So par, equilibrium, they both kind of mean the same things. So it's a neat way of thinking about bridge hands, kind of in terms of who's got what equity. All right, so again, back at the ranch, it's got a heart, a spade, 2 clubs, 4 hearts. Appears that they have the balance of strength. They have a heart fit. They've bid everything but diamonds. I'm not leading an ace naked suit. Look at this. God dealt me a singleton. I think we'll lead it. And there were hearts and clubs bid on my right. Okay, so Declare had the ace of spades. That part of our plan doesn't work. She's going to have at least 4 spade tricks and 5 heart tricks here. She's up to 9. And all we've given her is the ace of spades. Okay, let's see. Partner played her hearts 6-4. That might have suit preference implications again. And probably what she's saying is I don't have the ace of clubs. I would expect if she had the ace of clubs, the hearts might have been played 4, then 6. And the idea is if you play them high-low, it's some slight indication or varying volume of indication depending on how many cards she has to choose from. But she's telling me about her other suits by the order she plays her trump suits in, or her trump spots in, and that's called suit preference. There's a spot for it on your convention card. It's like a suit preference in the trump suit. Okay, she pitched the 4 diamonds and now the 2 of spades. I guess we'll just maintain parity with the dummy here. So it looks like partner's got a spade stopper, which means Declare has had originally 2 spades and 5 hearts. She bid clubs, which probably means she has at least 4 clubs. That's going to give her a max of 2 diamonds. Interesting. She played the 6 of spades rather than the jack. Okay. So if we buy that Declare only has 2 diamonds and they're king X, she won't be able to get an entry to the dummy, right? Win the ace, then we'll just stick her right back in her hand with the king. Or partner's got the king and she doesn't have an entry to dummy. So we've seen the 2 spades, the 5 hearts, there's the second diamond, which left her with 4 clubs originally. She shed 1 of them, and she's down to, at this point, jack X of clubs and a trump, I think. And we're going to get the last 2 tricks. This one feels really, really, really good. So I'm going to estimate. You got to lose the 2 diamonds, but 4 hearts can actually make 5. So I'm going to estimate a top on this one to cancel out our 0 on board 2. Here's the spreadsheet. So I've estimated average plus, which is 75%. And this is crude, like it's not meant to be precise. It's meant to be something you keep it on the back of your cocktail napkin, just to practice estimating how good scores are going to end up being, and just keeping a running tally of what you think your score is. So you'll see that I think we have a 58% so far, somewhere in that range. Let me make sure that when I claim their partner was going to be able to get out, right? Just fast forwarding here. Want to make sure that I didn't misclaim. Roughed that, played the diamond, exited the diamond. Came out with Queen of Clubs, Queen of Hearts, and then, yeah, partner had Jack X of Clubs left. I just wanted to make sure that partner didn't like somehow get down to the Jack of Clubs and a card that would have been like, that would have given her an entry to the board. In which case, if she had, like, say, the Jack of Clubs and a loser left, I would have needed to step up with the King of Clubs at trick 12 to swallow her Jack, such that we were in the right hand to catch the trick. Anyway, none of that was going on. We just legitimately beat it one. All right, we're going to take a break. Hopefully give me a few minutes to upload today's Trump coup video onto the Patreon site, and we'll see you guys in just a second. All right, we're back for round two, and we are the dealer. We have a 12 count flat. Our one no trump opening in this situation is 14 to 16. We're not playing weak no trump here. So we're going to use our catch-all opening bid of one diamond. This is only because we're playing a precision system where one club shows all our strong opening hands. In standard, you would definitely open this hand at club. If you were playing weak no trump, you would open one no trump. But here, since Audrey and I are playing something called standard modern precision, there's a book on it that's very nicely done that we've taken the system from. That's what we're playing today. And the basic concept is that with all your limited opening hands, by limited I mean it's enough to open but fewer than 16 points, that like don't have a 5-card major, all those go into one diamond. And that's what's meant by a catch-all opening bid. All right, partner bids 2 clubs. I think if we go to our notes here, this is not necessarily game forcing. They go ahead and bid 2 diamonds on our right. That's sort of interesting. Yeah, 1 diamond, 2 clubs is game forcing or invitational with clubs. So I guess we can go ahead and raise to 3 clubs here, since we do have king fourth of that, and we only have queen X of diamonds. One pretty good basic foundation of good bidding is that you raise with support. That's what we're going to do here. And another cool thing here is that since we play a limited opening, you've heard me yak on about this before, but we don't need to, like, partner's never going to play us for more than 15 points here. So all of our bidding is done within a pretty tight framework of like 10 to 15 points. And really that's, you might think of it as, oh, that's only a 5-point range, but that's where the meat, like from a frequency standpoint, of all your hands are. So partner bids 4 clubs. That's sort of interesting. I wonder what this is. Game forcing or invitational. She didn't like bid 3 diamonds to see if I could bid 3 now. That's weird. 4 clubs certainly looks passable to me. And I think that's what we're going to do. Hope for a plus, hope that no trump wasn't making, and hope that she didn't intend 4 clubs as forcing. Oh, wow. Okay. Partner's the one with diamonds. Interesting. Well, what do we get? We got 22 high cards. And 3 no would not be a maker. That's good news for us. Looks like we're just going to make 5 here, right? Yeah, we're going to have to lose a spade. Let's see if the diamonds are 4-2. She can throw 2 spades. She actually can't throw enough spades, so I guess it's just making 4. Oh, in the meantime, the person who bid diamonds has roughed the diamond return, and now we're back to maybe down as many as 2 if she pushes a spade through the king. I imagine South has the ace of spades, and we're going to come up smelling like roses here because that's their last trick. But if North has the ace of spades at this point, she can push a spade through, get another diamond rough, and then they can still cash a spade for down 2. But given that she entered the auction, a live auction, an auction where we'd shown power, I assume she's got that ace. and this is going to be making 4. So I think we got kind of lucky here that we stayed out of game and stayed out of 3 no trump. And 3 no trump, the problem with that is like on a heart lead, we could hold up a couple of times, but then when we knock out the ace of clubs, the heart suit would be wide open. So I'm going to estimate an average plus on this one. That's 75% in our spreadsheet. Let's go see how the first 3 were and put them in the actual column right there. History, Jimmy Kane, RIP. Okay, 80, 0, and 60. So we'll put that in our spreadsheet. And then once we get a couple of samples going, we're going to have a little neat little graph over here. I'll draw your attention to this cell, which is the correlation coefficient for how well our estimates match up with what the actual score was. 0.88 means I'm guessing pretty well so far. So I guessed 58 for the first round. We actually had 47. So for once, I've overestimated where our score is going to be. All right, let's go back to the action here. Still playing. I mean, we're just going to lose the ace of spades here. I'm going to stop the video for a second, go work on uploading that other video, and be back with you guys in just a second. Okay, so the ace of spades was onside there as we surmised, and we have a good score of 130, I would imagine. Kind of unexpectedly with that diamond rough. So one thing I talk about in the video, the technique video that dropped today, is like there's 2 parts to becoming a better card player. One is figuring out what the cards are around you, probably. And then the second part is, once we figured that out, knowing what to do with that information. And all that talk like about the ace of spades being on Audrey's right there, or Audrey's left, that's kind of in the first camp. If this card were in the other hand, this would have happened, but it didn't happen. Therefore, we can kind of guess that the ace of spades is in the right place for declare. Anyway, back to this. Club, double, 3 clubs weak. I do kind of want to bid here, and we're actually going to make a responsive double. I like that I've got 3 card club length here instead of 2. That makes it much more likely that partner's got a maximum of 1 club. When we have 3, 2 is kind of the death holding. I don't want to commit to any of these suits, but I do want to tell partner I've got enough that we should probably be playing offense instead of defending 3 clubs. That's what double says here. It's like a re-takeout double. And certainly if they want to keep on bidding at this point, we would be defending. The question would be whether to pass or double. The fact that they are vulnerable actually makes a speculative penalty double of a part score more attractive when they're vulnerable, because you get to that magic 200 score. All right, anyway, we're on a 4-3 fit here. They do lead the ace of clubs. That helps us. So it's looking like a bunch of aces to lose. And in a perfect world, the trumps will be 3-3 with the ace on side. And we'll have enough entries to dummy to lead towards the king queen a couple of times. So let's see what ends up happening here. Actually, you know what? I'll just bring you back here when she's done playing. I don't think there's anything super interesting to this play. And I need a few minutes to work on the download of the Trump Coup video. So see you guys in a second. Okay, we're back. It's going to be an interesting board to look at what the par score was. So par score was, I guess at the point where they bid 3 clubs, we'd have been best served to just leave the double in and get 200 against that. Is that true? No, they can make 3 clubs. 1 diamond. We do have 5-5 shape here, so I'm going to start with my higher ranking 5-card suit. I love to bid with 5-5 hands. This is probably pushing the the credibility with queen empty 5th here, but you know, you don't win games by being quiet usually. So let's see. They can make 3 clubs. And in 3 spades, they should have been able to beat us too, and they can actually double that to get 300. That's why 3 spades was not a good idea by us. But anyway, we got away with a better score than if we'd sat there and defended 3 clubs and gotten minus 110. That being said, minus scores on deals like that where the points are evenly distributed are never great things. So I think I'm going to estimate an even score for us and concentrate on defending this hand. And then actually we're going to bid 2 clubs since we are 5-5. They've also stopped an apart score here, which means that I can count on my partner not being broke. If my partner had no help for me, they would not be stopping at 1 no trump. That's always something you can take into consideration in the balancing seat is, you know, they say add a king for part whatever that stuff is, but just like logically, partner's got to have some values when you have an 8 count and your opponents are stopping in 1 no trump. So you can take more liberties than maybe it initially intuitively seems like you can take. All right, so back to this. I bid 2 suits, partner's doubled diamonds. This can't really be takeout, I don't think. Probably going to be disappointed with my defensive attributes here, but it's not like I promised a rose garden, so certainly we're just going to sit for this double and hope for the best. And I think the right idea here is to lead my singleton trump. So we will do that. I remember from 2 videos ago, the golden rule that Alex reminded me of is lead trumps against doubled part scores, lead trumps against double part scores, lead trumps against double part scores. That combined with God didn't deal me any sequence to lead. So maybe God talked me into following the golden rule here. All right, so partner wins the queen. Means Declare has the jack and partner has the king. 5 of spades is led. We need to cover the 10 with the queen. It's pretty good values in the dummy here. All right, there were 10 in the dummy and South opened. So we'll see what becomes of all this, but 2, 9, ace, we play upside down count. So we will play the 5 to show an odd number as well. Need to go up with the king here. Partner played high-low in clubs. That means she's the one with the 13th club because you play our clubs high-low and we're playing upside down. That means she's got an odd number. So Declare had 2 clubs, which means that she's got at least 4 diamonds. The only time she'd be opening, no, that doesn't mean that. She could be opening a diamond with 4-4-3-2. In fact, Doubleton Club is consistent with that being true. A partner didn't raise spades. I think we can just lead spades at this point. And if partner roughs this, which seems very likely, we will have Declare's spade length at 4 and her club length at 2. Partner returns a heart, which she pretty much has to do. And we can just pitch clubs. She's going to throw one of her heart losers, I imagine. So partner should definitely rough this and underlead to my queen of hearts. I'll give her a suit preference 8 there. Or she's just going to pull the trump. It's tasty. All right. Double the part score, got it 2 for 300. This is going to be a top. We have no plus score our way. Well, that's not literally true. We have a part score we can make. We don't have anything to compete with 300. So we are going to estimate all the match points here. And I said I was going to estimate 50% on the middle board. because we got a minus score. Like, it wasn't obvious to me how we could do better. We certainly did better than we would have defending 3 clubs and letting it make. But there's also this idea that whenever the points are split, like roughly 20 and 20 for each side, any sort of minus score you get, there's an upside on how good a score it could be. So we'll estimate 50 on that. And 100 on this one. 300 seems like all the match points. We will fill in these actual cells once the round is over, and I will bid you adieu for a few minutes while I work on getting that Trump coup video up. All right, see you guys in a sec. Okay, we're back to round 3. We have opened our nebulous diamond opening. It's gone 2 clubs on our left, and partner makes a negative double. Pass to us, and we do have 4 spades. We're going to bid that. Partner makes a negative double here. It's like a takeout double. And what she's saying is I have at least 2 places to play. If for some reason she didn't like spades, she would be able to correct to say 3 diamonds. And that would be how she would cope with having hearts and diamonds, maybe. Anyway, she's bid 3 no trump here. It looks like she had hearts and some sort of awkward hand. She does have a club stopper, and certainly we're happy to let her play 3 no trump here. In the lead a club, that's 2 club tricks, at least 4 diamonds, maybe a 5th if they all come in. The ace of hearts, and she knocks out a spade. You get a spade trick there, so looks like 3 no is going to be a normal contract. I'm sure she's going to play it well. Oh, and the opponents have actually made a mistake here by covering the jack of clubs. So we all of a sudden have 3 club tricks. I imagine she'll tackle the diamonds next and then try to set up a spade trick. If there's time for that. Now she's got a double stopper in clubs, so we're off to a pretty good start here. Let's catch up on our scores. We had 60, 80, 100 from last round. So we're going to put those in here. See that our actual game is sitting at 63.3% and our estimate is 67%. This graph is starting to take shape. I'll show you more of that once we get a couple of boards under our belt. And our estimating coefficient is at 0.8 right now, which is usually about the ballpark of what I end up scoring on this little game. What exactly the coefficient means or how to describe it mathematically is something I might be capable of doing, but is also boring to death and beside the point, so we will not spend any more time on that. Let's go back to see how it looks like partner did not get the diamonds right. Looks like they were 3-1 with North having the queen. Not that she should get this right. Anytime you have a 9-card fit missing the queen, that's where your nursery rhyme of, oh, she's just running diamonds. She actually does have all the diamond tricks. Anyway, when you have a 9-card fit missing the queen, that's the nursery rhyme of 9 never, which means you bang down the ace and the king. That's the high likelihood play. When you have 8 and you're missing the queen, that is 8 ever, which means you take a finesse for the queen when you're missing 5 cards and you have 8. All right, she set up her spade trick. There are 2 more diamonds left, a heart and a club, which means she's making at least 4 here. There might be something fancy in the end position, but I imagine making 4 is already a pretty good score. And let's see, is there anything else we can do here? We can put this video on the patron site. This is a little bit of an involved process, at least as far as I understand it, where you upload the video to YouTube, then you get a shareable link, then you have to come up with something witty as far as a picture and a headline to grab attention, because that's what we're all about now. We got to get those clicks, got to get those likes, got to get everybody's attention distracted. And we go over to the patron site, post this, Patreon site, and post this. New video for the subscribers. Add URL right there. Partner took 10 tricks. I'm going to guess that's an average plus. We have a 15 count that is within our range for our 1 no trump opening, which is 14 to 16. in this situation. We have a flat hand inside the bounds of our one no trump range, so we certainly open a no trump there. Partner bid Stamen. We bid these up the line when we had both of them, so hearts here. And partner raises to the game, and we'll see what we get. Don't need any tags here. We just need to publish now. Hopefully we'll get a few minutes to go back and watch that and make sure nothing super embarrassing is going on the screen. It's always a good part of the editing process. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Patrons only. All right, back to this. We don't appear to have any holes in our trump suit. That's always good. We have 4 hearts, 3 aces for 7, and we're going to build some extra spade tricks. We are going to use the south hand as the master hand. We are going to draw the inference that when they lead a trump, often what that means is they've got broken holdings in the other suits. Like, for instance, we're missing the king, queen, jack of clubs. If our left-hand opponent had the king, queen, or the queen, jack, probably he would have chosen to lead a sequence. Similar reason can go with the diamond suit, missing the king, queen. Anyway, well, who knows if we can use that information, but it looks like the idea is to win in the dummy and start on spades, so we'll do that. Everybody follows. That's a good thing to note. No reason to spend the 10 here. And they play the king. So now we have a couple of diamond pitches set up. Right, the 10 of spades is still in the dummy for a trick, and then the ace jack will get rid of a couple of our diamonds. Play the jack of hearts. I don't see any reason that we need to be in our own hand. The trumps are 3-2. That's comforting. So let us is there any reason to do this instead? If we get 5 trump tricks, that's 4 in one hand and a rough, and the other's 5. 3 spades is 8. 2 bullets is 10. I guess we also have this diamond finesse thingy that might be extra tricks. So I imagine that at least one of the diamonds is on side. And then what we could do, let's count this again. 5 trumps, 3 spades is 8. 2 bullets is 10. We play a diamond. Do we expect to lose any more tricks? Do. So instead, can I rough 2 in the dummy? Yeah, let's work on this. I'm kind of following the technique here of not being able to convince myself that pulling the last trump is right, and therefore I'm not going to do it. So what we are going to do now is play a diamond to hand and try and get rid of these 2 diamonds off the dummy, and hopefully just set up a cross rough. If somebody roughs this ace of spades, it's kind of bad luck. Okay, let's think about this again. There's 1 spade left. If the person who has a spade also has the last trump, they won't be able to rough. I think we're just breaking even if they are able to rough the spade. And then we'll be able to rough both our diamonds in the dummy anyway. Also notice here that it was important for us not to spend that 10 of spades the first time we led spades. Okay, so now we know that South has 4 spades and ostensibly the missing heart. Can just play ace of clubs and a club, right? Oh, we're actually in this hand. Play ace of clubs and a club and hope that they don't play another round of trump. Is that what we want to do? Yeah, that's what we want to do. If North were to go up with the king of clubs here, actually, we could maybe try and duck it here. Let's try that and hope that South isn't awake enough to overtake this and play our last trump. Okay, she's not. And now I think we're going to be able to cross rough the rest. I believe we'll go back and use our double dummy in a second, but I believe that South needed to overtake that 10 of clubs and play her last trump. And I'm assuming that South has the last trump because if North had the last trump, he would have roughed that good spade, right? So we'll rough this. Ace of clubs should be cashing. And we are going to have a cross rough for the last 3 tricks, making 11 should be an excellent score here. And notice that it was important not to draw the trump. Neat, huh? So since we are fourth to act, we're running a little low on time for this round. Since we're fourth to act, I'm going to show you this double dummy thing here, how we would use a tool like this. So when we get to this point, clicking through some tricks here, and that's, I'm estimating average plus on that one. If we get to the point where I let a club up towards the ace and North played the 10. Okay, let's freeze it there. I've clicked too many times. Let's back it up a little bit. Okay. Let's use our gib right here. We're just going to that ladder and say show double dummy. So when we played the 8 of clubs, it was equal, 10 of clubs equal, duck, and then she did have to overtake with the king or the jack to play her last trump. So neat stuff there. All right, partner's got 14 to 16. Yep. And we have a 5-card heart suit, so we're going to transfer to that. You'll notice here too that I've got a little timer that shows how long it takes us to bid, or how long it takes your opponents to bid. 6.1 seconds on the pass of 2 diamonds. This is all under the, what is this called? It's not Chrome, it's Firefox that does this. And then we're just going to give her a choice of games by betting 3 no trump. Basically, you could think of this as a kind of a question, like if you've got 3 or more hearts, correct 4 hearts. If you've got a doubleton heart, let's play 3 no trump. We have what, a balanced 12 count, and she's got 14 to 16. So, and she basically says I have at least 3 hearts. By correcting 3 no to 4 hearts, they'll make a lead. We'll talk about the tricks, and then I will go start watching that video to make sure I didn't mess anything up royally. All right, let's ask if this should be a pull trump hand. Let's take it from the perspective of the West hand. Even though East is declaring, West has more trumps. So generally we would think about things from a trump contract from West's perspective. And one of the first questions I would ask myself is, do I need dummies trumps to rough any of my losers? And the answer is no. There are no suits that are like that. Therefore, I mean, there's some other considerations, but that's the most basic one. Therefore, it becomes a hand where we pull trump. And she's going to play ace of hearts and then hook the queen. That's certainly a higher percentage play than playing the king and hoping that the queen falls doubleton. And it's another 8 ever 9 never situation, right? If she had a 4th trump in her hand and 5 in the dummy, then the percentage play would be to play the ace and then the king. Anyway, see you guys in just a second. All right, we're back for round 4, board 10 here against the Petros. Hey, these are some of our friends, some of our Patreon subscribers. We will wish them Merry Holidays, Happy New Year. Strong club. I think I'm contractually obligated to say that at this point, although I haven't been great about it. Looks like Audrey's been covering for me in the chat while I've been yapping. We have 14 to 16 and a flat hand, which means we should open 1 no trump. We'll talk briefly about the idea behind the 14 to 16 no trump, which is you get a little higher frequency than a 15 to 17 no trump. Perhaps if we have a second, I'll do some math and figure out exactly how much more often. You're going to be surprised by exactly how much more often 14 to 16 comes up than 15 to 17. I'll try to get some numbers for you later in the video, but that's the idea behind playing a 14 to 16, or one of the main ideas, is that you get to open 1 no trump, like the anchor of your system, more often than if you play 15 to 17. And we modify it a little bit such that when partner's a passed hand, we change it to 15 to 17 in fourth seat, or in third seat vulnerable, we beef it up by 1 point. Anyway, enough of that blither. We are in one no trump. Partner is a 6 count in the dummy, and they have led our weakest suit, so none of this is great. We are vulnerable. That's not great either. We do have 15, which is a little bit of a good news for us because it means that people that are playing a 15 to 17 no trump will also have opened one no trump and heard the auction go float probably. So perhaps even if we're in a sticky spot, we're going to have plenty of company. If they, this heart, I think the right idea is to attack the suit where they've got tricks anyway, which would be diamonds. So we're going to go ahead and win this trick and attack diamonds. And hope that either the king of hearts is on our right or they make a mistake and lead a heart away from the west hand. But all roads start with leading the jack of diamonds from our hand. And we're finessing for the queen here, missing ace queen fifth. In a perfect world, west has both the ace and the queen. There's the queen. That's not good news. Here comes a heart through. We got to go up jack here. It's the only legitimate play. Play the 5, it's just conceding. If the opponents are carding correctly, that 2 of hearts indicates that East has 4 of them. She would be returning her original 4th best here, and it means that the hearts are 5 on our left and 4 on our right, and that they're about to cash a bunch of heart tricks. We don't need spades in the dummy, do we? Don't think so. We do need diamonds, and I think at this point I've committed myself to pitching one more spade, then we'll pitch clubs. There's the 4 hearts, so West is going to win that and cash his other heart, and then have to lead something. Now we can pitch a spade, I believe. That's fine. We want to leave the spade in the dummy in case we need it for a finesse, so we'll start pitching clubs. That's kind of interesting. I guess East is the one with the 13th heart. There's the ace of clubs. There's the 13th heart. Need to keep the spade, so we'll pitch the diamond. They still have the ace of diamonds coming for sure. Don't need this anymore at this point. And let's see, count our tricks. We still got to take this finesse. That's losing. Boy, this is just a mess, isn't it? There's the ace of diamonds cash, and we are going to be down 2. So it feels yucky, but we might have some company there. That being said, like minus 200 is a bad score, and I'm gonna like sort of optimistically estimate average minus on this one. And again, notice that like I don't feel like I did anything wrong necessarily, but it's just that how good can minus 200 be there? All right, we are 7-3-2-1, not vulnerable, an odd numbered chair, which is good for preempting. We're certainly going to open this 3 clubs despite having less than textbook Gorin suit quality here. Let's catch up our spreadsheet and put that first estimate in. So what do we, oh, back to this. I didn't see how partner played that, but board 9. She lost a heart, she lost a club, she lost a spade. That seemed normal. So I would have estimated 50%, I guess. We're estimating 25% on that last one. Our actual scores were top 30% for that round. And estimated score is now down to 63. but before this round it was 67, so pretty close there. Anyway, let's get back to the game. 3 clubs doubled. I have no reason to bid. Oh, good. It only took me 9.3 seconds. It hasn't been sitting there forever. 3 clubs doubled. Probably not going to be on lead here. That is my partner's problem. That is a good problem for her to have instead of me. If for whatever reason I were on lead against a heart contract, probably what I would do is lead my singleton spade, but you can never like answer the what would you lead question in a vacuum because everything depends on how the auction goes. All right, partner on lead against 3 hearts. Dummy's nice hand, 14 with short clubs and support for all the other suits. Good job making the takeout double there. Partner is going to lead standard honor leads in our suit. So the jack of clubs denies the queen. We have no reason to want her to switch, so we're just going to encourage. We're playing upside down. So the deuce encourages her to play clubs again if she gets in and needs to know what to do. I imagine what's going on is that both Declare and partner have, and Dummy have club doubletons. And Declare, we certainly know that he had the queen. The missing spot is the 5, and for him to have queen 8-5, it would be a little bit weird for him to false card with the 8 here. So I'm dollars to donuts. The clubs are 7-2-2-2 around the table. And we'll keep on playing our small trump spots here to reemphasize, you know, you don't have to go crazy and shift here. 3-4 jack ace. Confirm that the clubs are 7-2-2. And now what do we do? I guess we play a spade and hope that he takes the finesse and the partner gives us a rough. That's pretty good news. By the way, if you get into this situation like at the live bridge table, it is extremely unethical to start tapping your fingers or like looking at partner to try and wake them up. Give me a spade rough, dude. Like, don't do that. Bridge is a hard game to play completely with a poker face and completely without betraying any information about your hand with your body language. So I get that, but you know, don't do these overt things. So we're going to rough this. We're going to cash the king of hearts, and then we're going to play a diamond in case partner has the ace. Got the plus score out of this, which is probably pretty good. Just a matter of whether it's down 1 or down 2. So Declare had jack of hearts, ace of spades, queen of clubs, and ace of diamonds, it turns out. And I think that we're just done with the tricks here. 3-3, yeah, we have no more tricks. Okay, so we got our spade, we got 3 trump tricks, and we got our club for down 1. We got all our tricks, we got a plus score. That one seems pretty good. I'll estimate average plus over here on the handy dandy spreadsheet. And we move on with our lives to the final board of round 4, board 12. We have a flat 10 count, 4th to act. One good thing that you can do is like start thinking about what would happen if different situations. So one game you can play when you are 4th chair is imagine that it went 3 passes to you. Would you open? And the rule of 15 would dictate that you don't open on this one because you have neither a good hand nor spade length. Now, the rule of 15, in case you haven't heard it before, is a tool for helping your judgment with when to open in 4th chair after 3 passes. The idea is that you either want a good hand and or you want spade length, because spade length helps win a part score battle when the points are divided evenly, which they will be if you're on the border of opening in fourth chair. And take those two numbers. If they add up to 15 or more, you want to open the hand with whatever your normal opening bid would be. Come up to fewer than 15, you want to pass and just pass out the deal. Here, the number would be 12 because I have 10 high card points and 2 spades. None of that happened. In fact, I can't even remember what he opened, but luckily for me, we have that information available online where we can be more distracted than in person. West open a club. Okay, that might come in handy. Partners led the 3 of spades, which is the lowest outstanding spade, which means that she has exactly 4 spades. Dummy has 4. We have 2. We know that the missing number is 3 because we've all made flashcards that help us with that exercise. So we're going to play third hand high. Declare wins the ace. There were 5 in the dummy, probably about 13 with Declare's 18. I had 10, which leaves partner with about a 12 count. She didn't overcall or make a takeout double, which tends to mean she has some club length and not a 5-card suit. Because if she had as many points as we're estimating, which is about 12, and a 5-card suit, you would have heard an overcall. So it looks like she has 4 spades and probably some club length. I would imagine she's maybe got like 4 spades, doubleton heart, doubleton diamond, 5 clubs, something like that. King of diamonds, she already knows what our attitude is about this, so we're going to give count. Upside down count, so we play high-low spots with an odd number. Okay, Queen of Hearts, that's a nice card to see. I think we want to push clubs through here. So if we gave her a 12 count, the Queen of Hearts is the only heart she can have. That gets her 10. She went up with the King of Diamonds, which leaves her with 7 points still. And we're going to lead our lowest club here to say we have a high card in the club suit. It would be safe for you to continue this suit if you win this round. And it looks like you might want to do that. There's the 3 of hearts. That's a beautiful card. So confirmed that she had 4 spades and 2 hearts. Problem is I can't really cash the heart suit out here without setting up a heart trick in the dummy. So let's think about this. This is kind of hard. Declare has 4 spades, 2 hearts, and either 5 clubs and 2 diamonds or 4 clubs and 3 diamonds. He has 2 diamonds. There's no entry to the board. If he has 3 diamonds, there is an entry to the board. I do have this club entry. So, do I want to set up this heart trick? That would be enough to set the contract. Do I need to, though? Let's not. We're still going to be in with the Queen of Clubs, so we could cash the 9 hearts at that point if it's right. So there's the 9 of spades. I imagine what she'll do at this point is clear the spades. Yep. At this point, we're not going to be able to get to all these heart tricks, so we can just pitch this. So we know Declare had 3 spades, 2 hearts. Open a club, so that's, I guess that's 5 clubs and 3 diamonds. I think I was saying Declare had 4 spades earlier, but that's partner that has the 4th spade. Okay, so Declare did have 3 diamonds, which means 5 clubs, so he's club tight in his hand. Cash the diamond. If we play a heart, he can end play us there. So if we play a club, that's the right idea. Declare down to 3 clubs, and we'll see what goes on here. Partner should win that, and then a club to our hand is good. And she knows that my hand is good right now. The reason I bring that up is, say that she had an extra trick at this point, it would actually be bad form for her to cash it when she knows my hand is good. We've made a video about this before. If you want to go through the archives, it's called Two Bullet Bill. It describes that situation. So I would have estimated average plus for us there without even cheating and noticing that it was 50%. So we're going to switch that to 75 and put our actual scores of 20%, 60%, and 50% in. We're motoring along at 61.7% here, and we are zooming into the 5th round where partner uses our nebulous 1 diamond opening. Type in here, happy holidays, yada yada, New Year's, blah blah. All right, 2 clubs. I don't have enough hand here really to be bidding 2 spades. That's a 5 and dime bid, a Woolworth's bid, 5 of the suit, and 10 high card points. Don't have that, but what I do have is a takeout / negative double. Pass Jacqueline Garcia. Well, there's an alert I haven't seen before. Oh, and partner passes the takeout double, which means she actually has clubs. This is probably going to be pretty bloody. I'm supposed to lead trumps against doubled part scores. Alex said that's the golden rule. I'm gonna lead my 6th instead. Yeah, it's about what we expected the dummy to look like. Partner can easily have 5 clubs here. Like it's in the realm of possibilities for her to have 5 clubs when she opens a diamond. Remember, we use our 1 club opening as strong. So she played the jack there. Let's see what we can learn from that. 9, 10, jack 2. Certainly she has the ace queen, and we've discovered 7 of her points. We expect the rest of the points are probably in the club suit. Anyway, she leads the 8 of hearts. We cash that. Is it possible that partner had a singleton heart? Yes. Do I need to cater to that? What I'd really like to get is a... I don't need ruffs. She's got the natural diamond tricks. Stop thinking silly, Lance. Declare might have no entry to the dummy. Let's say partner had something like queen 10 for the clubs, ace queen jack of diamonds. That'd be 9, which would leave her room for a spade card. So I think we're just going to play queen of hearts and a heart here, depending on whether partner follows to this. Yeah, she does, which means the hearts are 2-2. Don't want to play another heart at this point. That dummy does not have an entry. What else do I know? Declares 2 hearts, 5 clubs, 2 diamonds. Partner doesn't have a singleton spade. She would have led that back. So she's probably like 2-2, 4-5, which would leave declare 3 diamonds, 5 clubs, 2 hearts, and 3 spades. I don't think anything can be hurt by just leading a spade. Notice like what we're doing on defense all the time is asking ourselves, passive, active, and what are the shapes? So partner didn't have anything in spades, nothing in hearts. Ace, queen, jack of diamonds is 7. She had an opening bid, which means she's going to have like between 3 and 8 points in clubs. There are 3 big missing cards, the ace, king, queen of clubs. I would expect that she has 2 of those. Okay, there's the queen. Imagine she's either got the ace or the king to make up that opening bid. She's not going to have both of them because if she had that much, she would have opened the bidding with 1 club, our strong bid. So to recap, she's got ace, queen, jack of diamonds, queen of clubs. That's a 9 count. Ace, king of clubs would have given her 16, which she would have opened a club. And if she doesn't have one of those big clubs, she wouldn't have an opening bid. That's how we're coming to all this stuff. Ace of diamonds. I guess we can pitch hearts. That's fine. Queen of diamonds says, please play a spade. Suit preference, if there is anything to that. I'll lead my middle spade. Okay, so Clara was 2-2 in the majors. with 4 diamonds and 5 clubs. She should be trump tight at this point. And is my partner actually also trump tight? Yeah. So it's just a game between those two now. And I think that I'm going to get to have an illustration for my diatribes of not overcalling 2 of a minor with bad hands and bad suits. This is what happens against people who know how to punish you. You just go for 800 because you overcalled 2 clubs, you know, and with ace 10, 8, 4 deuce, suit quality. And you just got to ask yourself, like, where are you going? I mean, it's unlucky that you run into the 5 clubs on your right break here, but, you know, try and not have reasoning that goes something like, I have 14 points, I got to do something, and ask yourself, like, what am I accomplishing here? And with fairly flat shape and a bad hand, you should think twice, maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times about overcalling 2 of a minor in particular when your opponent's open. All right, 1 club is 2+. I have a normal 1 spade overcall here. By the way, just talking about overcalls for a second. 1 spade is very wide ranging. It could be maybe as few as like 6 points. You've got king, queen, jacks, 5th of spades, and that's your entire hand. Maybe as many as like 17. So it's a very wide ranging bid. From time to time, I will come across people who think that if you've got an opening hand, that you've got to double first and then bid the suit. That is, if you have ever thought that, please get rid of it. Doubling and bidding the suit would show more like 18, 19. And the other thing I'm trying to stress there is the overcalls are wide ranging. All right, partner bids 3 spades. I think we've agreed to play this as what's called a mixed raise, which means she has at least 4 trumps, and she has something like 6 to 9 points. Anyway, we've got no reason to go anywhere here. Double is alerted as Jacqueline Garcia also. So both double and pass mean Jacqueline Garcia in their system. That's good to know. All right, so there was a negative double on our left, which indicates hearts, and there was a club opened on our right. And we have a bunch of tricks to lose, but it is only 50 points per under trick, so that's all right. 8 jack, ace king. Lefties played high-low in the club suit. Here's the king of hearts. The 9 is probably a come on. Hey, partner, I got the ace. Hearts. Let's see. Okay, hearts are 4-3. That's good. What are we doing with this? I don't need to pitch the club. So I don't need to pitch anything here, really. I could. Let's see what we've seen so far. West has the ace of hearts. East has the king of hearts and the ace king of clubs. Does this tell me anything about the diamond suit? Not necessarily. And I can still get back to the dummy by roughing a club. So we'll just pitch a diamond here. And we've got a 9 never situation. So our original plan in the spade suit is to just bang out the ace king. Okay, that works. So left-hand opponent is the hand we know more about at this point. We know lefty had exactly 2 spades and exactly 4 hearts for the negative double. And don't know enough. We're just gonna rough this with the 10, pitch a diamond on the heart, and then forever the optimist, we will play a spade to our hand and lead the jack of diamonds, hoping somehow that West has the ace and ducks it, which, you know, isn't gonna happen. But you gotta let them try to make mistakes, right? If West plays small, we're just gonna shrug and play the king. East will win the ace, and we will claim the last 2 tricks. So we lost our diamond, our 2 hearts, our 2 clubs, 3 spades, doubled down 1 is the par score. They didn't double us. Again, we have that maximum of anytime the opponent or the points are split pretty evenly. There, they weren't really split that evenly. We only had 16 points, and they had 24. So I feel pretty decent about minus 50. If we look to see what they could make east-west, they can make 3 clubs. They can make 2 no trump. 6, 8, 12, 13, which goes into our nebulous 1 diamond opening. If you're playing a weak no trump, this is a weak no trump. If you're playing a, I don't know what I was going to say. If you're playing a strong no trump, you would open a club because you're 3-3 in the minors, and that shape tends to open a club. Back to what to estimate on these. 2 clubs doubled down 3 is 1,000,000% of the match points. 3 spades down 1. I'll estimate 50%, I guess. 1 spade is also Jacqueline Garcia. Partner makes the negative double. And it goes 2 spades on our right. And I have no reason to bid here. This is one of those times where you're not so sad that they are in their 8-card fit at the 2 level, because I have king, queen, jack, 7 of their suit. The partner has a pretty decent hand here. What she'll do is come back in with a negative or take out double here. I imagine she's going to do that. What we're going to do is pass. Okay, so she doesn't do that, which means what she's got is a slew of hearts without many high cards, right? Not enough to bid 2 hearts. But she's bidding 3 hearts here, like in the face of me not necessarily having any hearts. So I imagine she's got a lot of them, and she's vulnerable. So I imagine we're looking at something like ace, jack, 7th of hearts, spade void, and 1 other card, something like that. And at this point, she logically thought that we were making 3 hearts, which means she thinks we have a plus position on this board, and I am definitely going to take a piece of 3 spades. I would much rather they be vulnerable, actually, because that would mean that we only needed a 1-trick set to get to 200 and fly past any 110 or 140 or 170 that we had coming on offense. But as they say, it is what it is. We need to do something, and that something here can't be anything other than just doubling. All right, 3, 6. So West definitely has the ace. Probably singleton heart. What do we know about the 3 of diamonds? I mean, I did open a diamond, but it's not as much of an indicator that I have diamonds since we're playing that nebulous 1 diamond opening. I don't see any reason to go up with the jack here, so I'll just kind of duck this one. Okay, declare wins the 8. We haven't seen the deuce of diamonds yet. Okay, the 4 is upside down count. That is probably 2, but might be 4. It's not 1 because she probably would have led a singleton club. I don't see any reason not to win the ace here. And now we got to ask ourselves, what is going on this hand? If we give partner a singleton spade and 7 hearts and 2 clubs and 3 diamonds, which seems pretty likely, that gives declare 3 diamonds and 4 clubs and 5 spades and 1 heart. And what do I do with any of this? I'm not sure. There's nothing to rough in the dummy. I guess we'll just exit passively with a club. We're playing high from our remaining doubleton. Upside down doesn't affect that. God, is it right to split these? Be embarrassed if partner has the singleton ace or the singleton 10. I think it's probably right on average to split these, and maybe our 7 still comes into play. Okay, so declare had 6 spades. That's not great news. There's 6 spades, 3 diamonds, a heart, and 3 clubs. That's not consistent with what's going on exactly. It's possible partner wasn't able to give us club count. Like if she had cards that she needed to protect from that. So there's the deuce of diamonds. That's an interesting card, which means the partner had 3 initially, because what we've seen out of partner is the 5 and the 3. And if she had only 2, she would have led 5, then 3. So the diamonds are 4 triple 3 around the table. Claire has 6 spades, 3 diamonds, 2 clubs, or 3 maybe, and either 1 or 2 hearts. So win that. And don't think it matters what we do, but I guess we'll exit hearts. So this is interesting. It means Declare had a Doubleton heart, along with 6 spades, 3 diamonds, and 2 clubs. She's going to rough this. She has 1 more heart and 3 more trumps. And partner's just going to play a side card. We will pitch our Queen of Hearts, and I don't think the 7 has grown into a meaningful spot. But maybe I'm wrong. I think we just have 1 trick in the end for down 1. And we'll look at the par contract thingy here in a second to see what the right answer actually was. So turns out that we were making 10 tricks in hearts, which means I needed to bid 4 hearts rather than doubling 3 spades if I knew, what was going on exactly. That being said, probably people are going to outbid the 3 heart bidders. We might take the push to 4 hearts and make it. They might get the 4 spades. I don't feel great about plus 100 on this deal is what I'm coming around to. So I think that first one's a top, this one's an average, and this one's an average minus. So give ourselves, here's the spreadsheet, 1, 0.5, and 0.25. And we'll populate the actuals in a second when we know what they are. Your video on the Trump coup should be out on the Patreon site at this point. I guess you'd be probably seeing this after that anyway. I'm going to take 2 seconds and be not on camera for 2 seconds. See you guys when the 6th round starts. All right, back for round 6. You'll see that our scores for that last round was 130 and 25. So let's put that into our spreadsheet here. Correlation thingy is up to 0.81. Our estimate is 63%. Our actual is 59.7. And our little graphs are kind of, this graph is silly. Back to the bridge. Good morning. We're playing a strong club today. Good morning. Happy holidays. Partner opens with 1 diamond, our nebulous bid that says I have somewhere between about 10 and 15 points, and nothing else that I could open describes my hand. So it's the catch-all. That's what we call it. We're going to make a negative double to indicate that we have 4 spades. This is like the best way to think about this double here in this auction is it's an invisible 1 spade bid that has exactly 4 spades in it. And if I wanted to make a 1 spade bid that had 5 or more, that's when I would bid 1 spade here. We also know that we don't have enough values for game. That's another strength of limited opening bids, is that I can look at my 8 count here and immediately give up on there being a game, like give up on that being the objective of this deal. We have no reason to bid anything over 1 no trump. We've got a flat hand. Looks like partner's got 11 to 13 points without a spade fit. 1 no trump is fine. We are not vulnerable, so if we're in trouble, it's only 50 points a trick. Pretty happy with the outcome of this, and I'm going to pause the video again, be back with you guys towards the end of partner declaring this. So let's look at tricks. Looks like 3 clubs, 2 or 3 hearts, 1 or 2 spades, 1 diamond. We're glad they didn't lead diamonds. Partner will work on the heart suit first. I'll be back in a sec. So I'm back. Earlier I promised that I would look up how much more often 14 to 16 happens than 15 to 17. I will caveat this with what I'm saying is probably only crudely true in the sense that like this distribution of high card points might be slightly different if we force the constraint that everyone has a balanced hand. But to give you an idea, just of how often a 14 point happens versus a 15 or a 16 or a 17. I just Googled high card points bridge. I think there's a wiki page somewhere that has this stuff. So this is the important stuff. So if you look at, add up the 14 to 16 numbers, I'm coming up with like 13.5% of hands contain 14 to 16. And then if you do 15 to 17, I'm coming up with 11%. Is that right? 7, 7, 10, 10. No, it's more like 10%. Yeah, so it's 10% versus 13.5. So it might not sound like a lot nominally, but 13.5 happens 35% more often than 10. So you might be surprised by that, but that's one of the things you're gaining by having a range like 14 to 16 for your no trump openings rather than 15 to 17. And all this is built on the premise that it's a good thing tactically to open one no trump, which is it is. If partner's still declaring, I'm sure the hell out of board 16 here. We are in a good contract. We are not vulnerable. I have a strong declarer as my partner. And all those things combined make me just go ahead and estimate average plus. Just going to take a leap of faith here. Let's see what partner got into here. 8 tricks seems like a lot from what I first observed. Double Dummy says she was entitled to 6. So not really sure how that could be less than average plus, but that's what we'll leave the estimate as. We have an opening hand, but not strong enough for a 1 club opening because we've only got 13. It's another weak no trump hand. And we've been dealt a lot of those this morning, but so, you know, I don't want you to draw conclusions from a small sample size necessarily, but if you start thinking about how often you get dealt a balanced 12 or 13 points, a couple of things come to mind. First of all, you might be tempted to fool around with opening a weak no trump and experiment with that. And the second thing is, like, you ought to realize, okay, there are a lot of possible bridge hands, but I noticed that this whole 10, 12 balanced hand thing comes up a lot. And maybe it just helps with the process of, what's that thing? Demystifying bridge, which is one of my goals as a human being is to demystify bridge. All right. Anyway, partners open 2 clubs. That shows at least 6 clubs. It denies a 5-card major. If we had a 5-card major and a 6-card club suit, we'd be opening the major, I believe, systemically. I got to figure out what to do here. And I think our what to do button to push here is to bid 2 diamonds. 2 hearts and 2 spades would be not force. I'm just looking at system notes here. All this stuff is not forcing. So 2 diamonds is how I get more information. Our 2 club opening is not like a standard 2 club opening. We throw all those hands into 1 club. What 2 clubs here says is 10 to 15 high card points, 6 or more clubs. And we're going to find out more about this. I am going to use my system notes over here in the other browser. Here, I'll show them to you. Yeah, so we've got like this whole tab of what our bids mean. That little crutch is going to be going away when we go back to live bridge. If we go back to live bridge, hopefully we go back to live bridge. The RBC is Raleigh Bridge Club planning on reopening for Thursday nights starting in the new year, January 6th, I believe that is. Yeah, looking forward to that. Part of it's 2 hearts. I can check the spreadsheet again and see that 2 hearts shows a 4-card major, and that I can ask by bidding 2 spades. And you will notice, if you happen to hear me talking about relay systems, that's exactly what's going on here. One hand is asking, one hand is telling. And she has different things that she can tell me with her rebids here. So 2 clubs said 6 or more clubs, limited opening. 2 diamonds said tell me more. 2 hearts said I have a 4-card major. 2 spades said tell me more. She's going to tell me which. He's asking what. And 3 diamonds here actually shows a very good hand in context, more like 14 or 15, and 4 hearts as opposed to 4 spades. So we're looking at a maximum limited opening with 6 or more clubs and exactly 4 hearts. I think what I'm going to do with all this when it's said and done is bid 3 neutral. The opponents at this, like, I'm not able to see that my partner's alerted stuff, but I'm sure that the opponents are able to see at this point. If they scroll over Audrey's description of 3 diamonds, it's going to say 6 clubs, 4 hearts, 13, 14, 15 points, like a maximum, given the fact that she didn't open 1 club. Okay, and she's chosen to treat like this is a pure hand. Ace king 6th, ace 4th is certainly better than an 11 count. She's chosen to treat it like a maximum. They lead the 2 of spades, which tells me that that's probably a 4th best spade. It's the lowest spade in the deck, obviously. Since the 2, that's a little tip. Anytime they lead a 2, they're telling you a couple of things. First of all, they don't have a 5-card suit probably, because the 2 of spades either has to be from a 1 or a 3 or a 4-card suit if they're leading 4th best. And it means that they don't have a long suit outside of spades. I've kind of implied spades here since I bothered to ask about partner's hand, and when she showed hearts, I wasn't interested. So it's a little strange that they lead into my presumed spade suit here, but it's possible they didn't work that out. We'll go up 9, I guess. There's the king, that's good. So we have 3 spades and a heart 4. If the clubs behave, that's 6 clubs for 10. The ace of diamonds is 11. So let's go ahead and start on the club suit. And then we're going to duck a trick, and then we're going to hope for a squeeze. Okay, so we've got 6 clubs, the clubs break, 3 spades, and 2 red aces, which is 11. The formula says we want to be in a position where we have all the rest of the tricks but 1. And what that formula dictates at this point is that we duck a trick. So we're just going to go ahead and duck a heart trick at this point. And I'll just spade back. Running a little low on time here. I'm missing the king, queen, jack, 10 of hearts, and the spade guard is probably on my left. Probably West is the one with the 4th spade. So all I'm looking out for here is the king, queen of hearts, which guard the 8 in the dummy. And I'm going to run my club suit. That's all I'm bothering with at this point. Looking for the king, queen of hearts. I'm keeping the spade because that's a threat against somebody who holds the spade length. Okay, they're down to only 2 spades left. I imagine West has them both. But if they pitch 1 more spade, I can just claim. So looking for king, queen of hearts and the spade pitch potentially. He pitched a spade correctly, so they've defended this correctly. And there was not a 12th trick to be found. We're running a little low on time here. And get our 11 tricks. We were lucky that they didn't lead hearts, I think. Let's see, 3 spades, a heart. Nah, we had 11 tricks anyway. Never mind. I'm just going to estimate average on that one. We have a 12 count, certainly enough to open the bidding. Not enough for our 1 club opening. Notice that the algorithm there is real simple. Do we have enough to open? Do we have enough to open 1 club? And now we get put into overcalling mode. I don't like overcalling a diamond suit that's this cruddy. The problem with diamonds is you're not going to win any part score battles with them. So like if you flipped my diamond and spade suit, I would certainly overcall a spade because the boss suit, and we have a lot more equity in winning a part score battle that ends in like 2 spades since we have the highest ranking suit. When it's diamonds, I'm not sure like, what point there is in overcalling a diamond exactly. Now we can make a takeout double because we're the one that's short in their suit and they are fixing to play at the 2 level with a known 8-card fit when they want to. So we need to stop that when we're the one who's short in their suit. The way I do that's by making a takeout double here. And then we're done. If they don't want to compete to 3 hearts, that's fine. We've got our whole hand off our chest. We push them to the 3 level, or they let us play 2 spades, but we're done at this point. Don't bid your hand twice by raising to 3 spades here. I've already suggested that I have 4 spades and short hearts. We trust partner to do the right thing competitively in the balancing seat, and we live with it. All right, partner's going to be on lead. I think partner's on lead. Yeah. When no one's led, there's always a little bit of a panic that goes through your mind. It's like, oh God, am I on lead? I've been sitting here for 60 seconds. Starting to wonder if partner realizes she's on lead. We'll give a gentle reminder in the chat. Okay, the jack of spades, we leave Rusino in this situation, so she should have the queen also. So cover that. I don't think declares diamonds can all be going away, so let's just play spades. We're adopting a passive line of defense here. No rush to do anything as far as I can see. Declared a doubleton spade. Partner starts with the 3 of hearts. Possible that she has some suit preference there, but we expect her to have probably 3, maybe even 4 hearts here. So it's possible that 3 of hearts doesn't mean a whole lot. We'll just go ahead and play the spade. That. I imagine partner is going to exit with her 3rd trump. There's still no rush to, and I've got to pitch diamonds per force. Can't let go of a club at this point. So partner did play the 3 of hearts when she could have played the 5 initially. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm kind of guessing it means she doesn't have the ace of diamonds. Who knows? Looks like declare had 5 hearts and a doubleton spade and a doubleton club and 4 diamonds. She has now set up the club suit, so if the trumps are drawn, she just has to lose a diamond. If the trumps aren't drawn, partner's going to tap the dummy now, but she concedes. And it seems like a normal, good result for them, so I'll estimate average minus. 3 no, making 3 I estimated is average. So I estimated plus, average, minus, and it turns out that it was 100, 70, and 40, those last 3 boards. We are sitting at 61.1%. We've estimated a 61%, so that's cool. We have a 16 count that is balanced. We have a bid for that, which is our 14 to 16 1 no trump opening. All right, two spades on my left. You don't alert it, so it looks like it's just spades. A novel idea that you just bid the thing you have. Partner doubles, which we play as takeout. And I am going to not bid either of my minors, but suggest that she pick one by bidding two no trump. And this is not natural. If I really wanted to play two no trump here, I would just pass two spades doubled. All right, partner does not want to take any piece of three spades, and I think we bid our hand, and we'll just pass here. West should have a really good hand as far as playing strength to be bidding up to three spades vulnerable in the face of a 14 to 16 no trump. So Queen of Hearts, she indicated hearts on the auction when she made a takeout double, so I imagine the queen has the king also. Do I need to be on lead for anything? I don't. And I can stand any shift she makes, so I think we can just play the jack there. If I needed to be on opening lead there, or on lead at that point, maybe I should. Maybe I should overtake the queen and play a spade, now that I come to think of it. Declare might get pretty, like the only thing I can imagine is that partner might have the singleton king of spades. That would only give him ace jack empty six though, which seems strange. Okay, so partner played the five of hearts, which is sort of a middling heart. I don't really see why we would be rushing to get anything done here. I think we just play trumps. Five of hearts. Surely Declare's got the ace of diamonds. Surely. And there's no entry to my partner's hand unless... Let's go ahead and cash the king of clubs. And the king of clubs is the right play here, not the ace. Okay, partner would have given us club count. Note this play of the king, though, when you hold the ace king, it's actually clear in the middle of the hand to play the king. Did partner play anything interesting from her clubs? She played the five, and she had the choice of the 5, 3, 2, and the 9. So nothing super interesting there. We get count, none of this matters. Upside down count means you play low from an even number of cards. When Declare leads a suit, generally the signal we are sending is count. When partner leads, generally the signal we are sending is attitude. There's a third diamond from West. To go with his 0 clubs and his 2 or 3 hearts. Looking like he has a third heart when he goes into the tank this long. He doesn't want to play a trump because I guess he's got a diamond left, which would be like 4 diamonds, 7 spades, and 2. That doesn't make sense. He probably only has 6 spades. 6 spades, 3 hearts, no clubs, 4 diamonds. That's what I'm guessing. Why is he not just roughing a club back to hand to rough his last diamond if it's got that? There's the 8 of hearts. No need to rough this. In fact, I should probably pitch the king of diamonds here. All right, so he did only have a doubleton heart. Doubleton heart, no clubs. There's the 4th diamond to go with his 7 spades. Wow, he had 5 diamonds, 6 spades? Got 1 diamond and 3 trump left? Okay. I almost wonder if spades showed. It's also weird that he wouldn't just bid 3 diamonds over that. Okay, anyway. He's got that. We just pitch the ace of clubs. None of this matters. And I'm just going to get the 10 of spades in the end. Ooh, actually, that's the Scotch, but we can't set it. So he's got ace, king of spades, and a diamond left. So if I were being cute, I could unblock the 10 and the 8 and have the deuce of trump left. But we only worry about that when it's the setting trick. Glad I caught myself, though. Still lose style points for not unblocking it. He took 10 tricks. They didn't bid game. 11 tricks were actually available. So that one seems pretty good to me. We'll estimate average plus. We call that a 75% in our score sheet. Remember, our crude estimating system, only 5 grades that we give ourselves. Top, that's 100%. Average plus is 75%. Average is 50%. Average minus is 25%. 0 is 0. Fourth to act here, we have a crummy, semi-balanced hand, 6-3-2-2-4 count. Guys, start thinking of all your hands in terms of shape. Is a big key to unlock bridge learning. Okay, partner opens 2-0. We play that the same as standard, 20-21. So that's one exception to all our strong hands going into a 1 club. And I think I've got no way to invite here. Question is, do I want to play 4 spades or 3 spades? I think that we're just going to take the high road here and Texas it into 4 spades. So we play Texas transfers here. 4 hearts is a transfer to spades. 4 diamonds would be a transfer to hearts. Things at the 3 level are also transfers. The reason I'm bidding 4 hearts immediately rather than transferring to spades at the 3 level and then raising to 4 is because that course would actually indicate mild slam interest, which I do not have. I only have mild game interest. And we'll see how we did. Okay, we bought a good fit with partner. That's pretty good news. They've set up the club trick on the opening lead. That's not great for us. I have potentially 1 entry to the dummy, but not necessarily any entries. We got some work to do here. We're going to lose a club and 2 red aces, and partner's got some work to do to bid 4 or to make 4 here. I don't expect the entire field to be in 4. In fact, she only has a 19 count, which means that some people are going to open a heart and I guess maybe play it there. Some people are going to bid a spade with my hand, which would get raised to 4, and we'd be playing it from my hand. And I doubt that West has as obvious of a club lead. So partner trying to force a diamond entry to the dummy to take that trump finesse. That's good. So they'll catch the queen of clubs now, I imagine. And they still got the ace of hearts coming. We're going to need to pick up these trumps for no losers to make this contract. And that's going to involve, let's see, can we find a second safe entry to the dummy? We can't, which means that we're just going to use the king of diamonds to play a spade up and hope that West spades or king X. Oh, there's an extra entry. That's good. So now we can pick up king third in West's hand. Like she's going to use this entry to trump or to lead spades. And now if it happens that West has king third, she can still finesse him out of it because she's got that second entry in diamonds, which is what she's doing right now. So if it turns out that West had king third, we potentially have made an unmakeable contract. He had king X the whole time. That's phooey. We did make the hand. We are in game. I will estimate. I'll estimate average plus. Yeah. I played 24 boards this morning. All right, we are third to act, and we have a pretty crummy, quacky points spread all around the place, which is not a good thing. 12 count. It's a good thing for defense, not a good thing for offense. The spade, we certainly pass there. Don't double with these hands. Dear God, please don't double with these hands. Oh. Oh, sorry. My bad. I'm over here messing with my chart to give us room for 24 boards. It was set for only 22. Okay, cool. Which is what we usually play at the RBC. All right, back at the ranch. Spade, 2 spades, am I right? West chirped. Guess we're leading trump. Ooh, partner chimes in with 3 clubs. Goes double. I got no reason to bid. It's vulnerable too. That's pretty. This is not like an auction that you have to balance against either. So I imagine she has a spade void. Okay, now they take it back to 3 spades. I don't think we had a plus score to protect here. So I don't think there's any reason to double and perhaps throw away all the equity we've achieved by pushing them to the 3 level. Pretty strange auction. I imagine partner's got a spade and 7 clubs, but not enough hand to have opened. Maybe she's got a spade and 6 clubs. She didn't open 3 clubs, and she did bid 2 clubs over 1 no. I'm not sure what any of this means. I think we just lead clubs. I lead low from 3, regardless of whether I have a high card or not. We don't play that Boston stuff. We just give count with 3 cards. So from her perspective, I could have, 6-5-2. I could have queen third. I could have king third. All right, so partner had king, jack, 10, 6th of clubs. There's just 0 way in the world she would have done this with a doubleton spade or without a 6th club. So we know at this point that the Declare's got ace, jack, 8, 6th of spade, and the singleton ace of clubs. Partner had 6 clubs and a spade. I seriously doubt she's got 4 hearts. Declare basically saying here that she doesn't need to take hooks. That's weird. Should I win this or should I duck it? Guess I'll duck it. Declare wants to do with this. If I imagine a partner is 4 diamonds and 2 hearts, it would give Declare 5 hearts. That doesn't make any sense. Declare's partner's got 3 hearts. They're probably 3-3, and the count card is consistent with her having 3. She would have played high-low here, which means Declare has 6 spades, 3 hearts, single club, and 3 diamonds. Kind of giving away the show here. It's possible I should have ducked that. If I only had one of the honors, it might not be such a bad play to play high there anyway. All right, so partners played small, which indicates an even number of diamonds. So our count is complete. It looks like East has 6 spades, a dry club, 3 diamonds, and 3 hearts, and has all these diamonds. If we let her do that, can I do something different? Not that I know of. We're going to get an extra chance. Yeah, we'll just play clubs. It's possible that Claire's going to make me eat my heart trick. Another diamond, pitch one heart. I'll rough the fourth round of diamonds with my spade and figure out if we still have a heart trick and whether I blew it by not leading a heart earlier. Always in these situations, rough the first thing that you can, right? Got no more entry of the dummy, we'll just play another club. And nope, just didn't claim. Okay. So I was supposed to play a heart before the king of spades was dislodged. This is not great for us. I'm going to estimate average minus, and that's basically only based on they might have bid game at some tables. I'm definitely not happy with the fact that I let it make 11 tricks instead of 10. So we'll go average minus. Doesn't look like a game that a lot of people are going to be bidding. Maybe some people slip up in the defense like I did and allow them to make 11 tricks, but we'll stick with average minus. I think 2 average pluses and an average minus here in this round is going to take our score down a little bit, maybe. Maybe we're looking at about 60% when we start the last round. All right, guys, back in a sec. We are back. That last round scored better than I thought it would, and we've actually gotten to 62.9% here. Let's see how much that over trick cost me just because I am a masochist. Yeah, 170 would have been a lot better score, right? It would have been 4.5 out of 5 for 90%. And we actually only got 50, so I ate almost half a board with my bad defense there. And we have Ed Fuller and Rosalind Katz here. So we're going to say hi to them. We have a 7 count that doesn't need to be. Yeah, well, still working on this delicious acai. I think that's how you pronounce it, bowl from this morning. One of the cool things about this week after Christmas is that in this house, we resolved to eat healthier and think about all the weight we're going to lose and how much better we're going to feel in the new year. And that's a nice high feeling that usually lasts about 2 weeks, but you know, not going to knock it. Maybe we'll actually stick to it this year. This thing on. Spade forcing no. Opener jumps to 3 spades and ace finds enough to raise the game. Okay, so a lot of points, not many quick tricks or trumps. So I would imagine that, let's think about the 7 of clubs lead. It's not, she doesn't have the king, she doesn't have the ace, right? None of the combinations that could include those cards would ever lead the 7. And I guess I can give suit preference here by playing the deuce, in case what she needs to know is how to get to my hand. So if she's led a singleton and has a 3rd trump, we're going to be able to win the king of spades, play another club. Let's see, she played the 3 of spades there. She follows up the line. So it doesn't look like she's got any need to. Let's see. Is it possible I need to cash out? Boy, if he had an 8 spade, I don't think we would have heard 3 spades. So I imagine partner's got queen jack X, which means we have a second trick. We have the ace of diamonds for 3. Partner will get a second chance to play. Yeah, we're going to play a club here. Partner will get a second chance to cash out our diamonds if that's what's going on. So it looks like Declare has 7 spades, 2 clubs. Put all my money on partner still having the queen of spades here, which she does. We will say absolutely do not play a heart. And there is one problem here. If Declare had a king jack guess in the diamond suit, I have not given him a chance to go wrong. So we'll hope that that's not what's going on. Too bad. I needed to play a diamond, small diamond from ace and 1 and hope that he misguessed earlier. That would have given us 2 diamonds and 2 trumps for a set. He could have gotten it right, but we just claim 0 of the tricks. And this has all the makings of average minus. So again, like the best defense I could have put up there, as it turns out, is a small diamond and force him to guess who has the ace and who has the queen. All right, so we have a 10 count. Emboldened by the fact that we play limited openings, I will open 1 spade rather than 2. I don't like opening 2 spades vulnerable with this cruddy of a suit, so it stands to reason that I'll treat it like I have a better hand and open 1 spade. I'm not kidding about the point that when you have a limited opening structure, like limited by the fact that you didn't open 1 club, that you can maybe take some liberties as far as opening a little bit more marginally, which is something I like to do. Also, even playing standard, if you've heard me talk at all, you know that that's one of the ideas that I try to really enforce to people, is that you want to be opening the bidding as much as is reasonably possible, because it's such a tactical advantage for the side that starts the auction off. Okay, partner bids 2 clubs. That might not really be a club suit, but it is a 2/1. And it's going to tend to be natural-ish. They ever call 2 diamonds, thus further devaluing my hand. I will take this opportunity to stress the spade suit. So certainly what I've taken here is called a free bid. It means that my pass would have been forcing. So when I do bother to make a non-pass call, it's forcing because partner 2/1, right? It would not be an option to just pass out 2 diamonds. So when I bother to reiterate the spades, I've got to be showing a 6th spade. And she just raises the game. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is not cold. Would not be surprised if this is not cold. What I mean is, I think it's entirely possible that we are not making game here. All right, 7 of diamonds lead. Can pitch one of our clubs on the 3rd diamond now. Is there any reason to go up ace of diamonds? If I thought that West had the king of clubs, there would be. Do I think that? Let's give East both aces and the king of diamonds. I don't need to take this club hook. So let's play East for the king of clubs effectively by ducking this. And obviously at this point, I've got to lose the ace of hearts and the ace of spades. And we're going to hope to hold it to just that. So West led the 7. We follow with the 5. That's certainly consistent with a doubleton. We may not have thought this out well enough. If I play a spade back, she wins the ace, which I know she's got, and plays another diamond. Going to be kind of up a river. God, am I going to have to take the club hook after all this? Then I've got no way back to my hand. Well, I could lead to 8 of spades. Let's go through these again. If I play a spade or a heart, East is going to win the ace and play a diamond, and that's going to kill my pitch. So I think I need to take the club hook anyway. This is poorly thought out. And this is not going so well. Yep, correctly cashes the ace of hearts first. We are headed straight towards average minus city again. There's the diamond. Guess we'll pitch the king of hearts on this. Is that the right idea? Try to talk him out of a heart, giving her a heart ruff. What am I doing? This is a zero. What? I don't know what I'm doing. I needed to rough that, didn't I? Oh, he doesn't fall for it. And finally get around to playing trumps. What, did West have the ace of trumps the whole time? Oh, this hand is beautiful. Jack of hearts. What do they have left? 2 trumps. They do. So rough that. Play spade to the jack. We need to know how to get back to our hand. I'm guessing the ace and a club is the safest way back. On the last trump. I lose style points for not roughing the good jack of clubs. And I guess he had natural trump tricks anyway if I rough, so maybe down 2 was the best I could ever do. 2 spades, ace of hearts, diamond, club. This is more back into average minus territory instead of like absolute zero. What's the double dummy think on this? Double dummy thinks I could have made 8 tricks from my side. So we'll upgrade to average minus there. Turns out that was all the tricks I could make anyway. Not saying I played it the best, but it turns out that I couldn't play it better. All right, last board. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I realize it's kind of a long video, but maybe some of you enjoy this more leisurely, walk you through a session of bridge with a strong partner type videos. All right, diamond 2 spades on our right. What do we do with this? We could bid 2 no trump, which would be natural and invitational. I don't want to double without the heart suit. 2 knows what we're going to do here. This is a situation where it does not necessarily work to our advantage that I can't count on partner having diamonds, because I can maybe make an argument for just bidding 3 diamonds if I knew that she had diamonds. Partner passes that. She is out of decision she has to make for this morning's bridge game. I'd like to thank today's show sponsor, Cardale Jones, Buckeyes championship quarterback from the 2014 national championship run after they lost early in the season to Virginia Tech. This t-shirt is from a company called homage.com. It's a Columbus, Ohio-based clothing apparel company. They make a lot of great shirts. Yeah, so today's show brought to you by Homage. Great college and sporting apparel, ironic t-shirts, yada yada, wrestling t-shirts, whatever you want. If I've got a t-shirt, it's from Homage, and I think I'm saying that right, although maybe they pronounce it homage. Homage. Something is definitely an homage to something, but I'm not sure if you might not pronounce it homage. We have this argument in my family from time to time. Okay, back to this. This lead is from Jack and 1. We have 2 spade tricks. We have a heart trick. We can work on either diamonds or clubs. So when I'm in my hand, we'll work on diamonds. When I'm in the dummy, we'll work on clubs. Seems like a pretty good approach. And let's go ahead and win the queen of spades. And that's the king. We'll play the ace here. Should I duck this? If I duck it, she'll just play another one. I'm not really scared of any shift, so let's duck. Jack and 1 confirmed. I said that I would lead diamonds when I'm in this hand. Here we can afford to lead the 10. Don't have an entry back to my hand, which is not a great spot to be in. Do that. Okay. So let's play the Jack of diamonds and unblock the 9, maybe. Maintain entry flexibility, or should I go after clubs now? I certainly think that West has the king and the queen of diamonds for covering the 10 after some thought. Should we play clubs though? Nah. Should lead the Jack and unblock the 9. Ooh. Went up queen from queen and 1. That's a nice play. There's the spade. And we're going to have to do some more thinking here. Okay, there's the 3rd diamond. We know that East has 6 spades and a doubleton diamond. Is East going to have the ace of clubs also? If we read anything into the 9 of spades, it would be suit preference for hearts, since there are any of 4 spades that she could have used to drive out the last spade. I don't know if this pair would necessarily be thinking that way. I don't know. Let's pitch hearts off the dummy in the meantime. And let's think about, do we want to play a club off the dummy? If I play a club and she flies ace, she's got 3 spades left to cash, which would be down 1. Do I want to risk this, hoping that West has the ace of clubs? I think I do. So that's what we're going to do here. And we will lead a small club, or do we want to lead the 10? I think we want to lead a small one. She's got, yeah, okay, so now she's just going to cash the spades. And barring something fancy, like I'm not really sure there was anything we could do about this anyway. We're going to get a beer here. it's going to be for down 1. Pitch this, I guess, just in case I've somehow miscounted this. And we'll pitch this, and she will now set us. And that is the end of our bridge session. Not a great end here, so I doubt we've won or done anything interesting like that. Seems average minus C again. So the total of my estimates have us at 56%. They never see that I'm claiming the rest but 1. So I guess my other choice, I don't like 3 diamonds, knowing the partner could have as few as 2. My only other choice really was pass, which I guess would have resulted in a takeout double by my partner, and then I'd be right back in the same spot. I guess at that point I would have bid 3 diamonds. Okay, so we end up finishing 3rd, and that's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's going to take a while to upload, but that's fine. Hope you learned some good stuff. Hope to see you at the RBC starting in the new year. Cross our fingers that no Omicron messing with that. And yeah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Knit 1, Pearl 2. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.